Hoppy Jalopy, Popeye's crazy car adventure. The sun shines over the town. Popeye walks down the street carrying a bag of spinach. Suddenly, honk, honk, honk. A rusty old car comes bouncing down the road like a kangaroo. Popeye says, "Well, blow me down. What kind of jalopy is that?" The car jumps over a mailbox, spins around, and crashes into a haystack. Out pops Wimpy. Wimpy says, "I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a new suspension today." Popeye laughs. Popeye says, "Looks like you need more than suspension, Wimpy." Wimpy explains that he bought the old car from a mysterious inventor. Wimpy says, "The inventor called it the Hoppy Jalopy." Popeye says, "Why is it called that?" The car suddenly springs 6 feet into the air. Boing. "Gee," Wimpy replied. "That's why." The townspeople gather around. "Olive oil arrive." "Yes." Olive says, "Oh my! It's adorable." The car wiggles like a happy puppy. Everyone laughs. Then a cloud of smoke bursts from the ine. Popeye replied, "Adorable maybe, reliable no." Across town, Bluto watches through binoculars. Bluto says, "A jumping car? Think of the money I could make." He grins wickedly. "I'll steal the jalopy and charge folks for rides." That night, Bluto sneaks into Wimpy's garage. The Hoppy Jalopy is sleeping peacefully. Bluto opens the door. The car's headlights suddenly open like eyes. "Huh?" The car jumps straight onto Bluto's shoulders. Boing! Yaw. The car bounces him around the garage like a basketball. Tools fly everywhere. Bluto finally grabs the steering wheel. Gotcha! The car rockets out of the garage. The next morning, Olive says, "The Hoppy Jalopy is gone." Popeye says, "Bluto." Popeye jumps into a small delivery truck. The chase begins. The Hoppy Jalopy bounces across town. It leaps over fences. It hops over rivers. It springs across rooftops. Crowds cheer. Townsperson says, "I've never seen anything like it." Bluto struggles to control the car. Bluto says, "Stop jumping." The car responds with an even bigger bounce. Booing! Bluto smashes through a watermelon stand. "Not again!" Popeye closes in. Popeye says, "Pull over, you big lug." Bluto replied, "Never." The Hoppy Jalopy suddenly heads toward a dangerous cliff. Everyone gasps. Olive says, "Popeye, do something." Popeye races forward, but his truck breaks down. Popeye replied, "Ah, barnacles." He pulls out his famous can of spinach. Slurp. Muscles explode instantly. Popeye says, "I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eats me spinach." Popeye runs faster than the speeding car. He catches up just before the cliff. Popeye grabs the Hoppy Jalopy with one hand. The car hangs over the edge. Bluto screams. Bluto says, "Save me." Popeye pulls the car back to safety. The crowd cheers. The Hoppy Jalopy happily honks. Honk honk. Olive hugs Popeye. Olive says, "You saved everyone." Popeye replied, "Just doing me duty." The Hoppy Jalopy suddenly bounces one last time. Boing! It launches Bluto into a giant pile of hay. Everyone laughs. Bluto says, "Not the hay again." And so Popeye saved the day once more, proving that courage, friendship, and a little spinach can solve almost any problem.